welcome back to a new reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I'm intuitive tarot reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. Today I am going to be doing a new reading on Luke and Nicola and possibly looking into what is possible for them this year individually and together in the year 2025. And this is going to be a reading on their friendship, just because the past couple of months I have been picking that they're focusing on their friendship. So that's what I'm going to be checking today. This reading was recommended by one of my members, so I'm going to be doing this reading today based on her recommendation. So first, let's get started and see Luke's current energy slightly towards Nicola, and then we're going to be checking Nicola's current energy, and then we're going to go into how this year can be for them together and individually as well. So let's see first, what is Luke's current energy towards Nicola right now? What is Luke's current energy towards Nicola right now? Alright. Okay, you guys. So honestly, I'm feeling a little bit down energy from Luke regarding Nicola, alright? I'm not sure if they're currently filming or they stopped filming or they're gonna be filming on later, but I do feel like there is definitely some reminiscing energy over here when it comes to Luke. Okay, with the Six of Cups, I feel like he's really remembering a time and always like comparing to a certain time where him and Nicola were so close. I feel like he really misses that time. He misses how, things almost like were peaceful in a sense. He feels like there wasn't really much going on at that time. They were just enjoying time together, and he feels like that time was like so much fun. I feel like he's always like remembering that time and how those days were. So I feel like he compares a lot to that time. I don't feel like right now their bond is bad at all. I feel like they definitely have a good friendship and they have a good understanding right now when it comes to each other. So it's not like there's anything bad between them that's going on, but I just feel like he sort of compares to that time and wishes that things were the same, okay? I do still like pick up a project, so maybe the project that they have together is like still like not fully ended, so I still feel like they're gonna probably meet and do this project sometime. But I'm not sure like if they are filming right now or not. I have no clue regarding that, but I'm assuming because based on the missing energies that sort of he does reminisce a time more than the current thing that they have going on, okay? But I'm still like picking up the project, so maybe they still have some shooting to do. All right, so yeah, I feel like that definitely he does hope that times can go back to that certain time, but he feels like in a sense helpless, and he's just resting things to the way they are at the moment, okay? He just, I feel like, compares to that time a lot and wishes that it can be the same at that time, all right? But definitely, like, there's definitely a lot of care that he does have for Nicola, and definitely she's, like, someone special. That's why, like, he wishes to go back to that time. What is Nicola's current energy towards Luke right now? What is Nicola's current energy towards Luke right now? Right, so when it comes to Nicola, I feel like definitely her energies are better, when it comes to energies towards Luke compared to Luke. I feel like she doesn't, she also remembers those past memories, but I feel like she does like the bond that they have now. I feel like the bond they have now, she does feel like is very special. And I feel like whenever they both film, like it still feels so good that they both are like doing scenes together. I feel like she just thinks so positively. When they do scenes together, she feels like everything is going well, and it's also, I feel like there's like a lot of energy that it's like so nice when she does do scenes with him, because they probably have been doing scenes for a while, and just like when doing scenes together, it just feels good to feel that same feeling again. So I feel like when it comes to her, she does have that feeling, and I feel like she feels like it's like always like a blast when they both see each other on set and all of that. So she does like have more positive energies. And when it comes to their bond, I feel like they're, she's just like moving with the flow, like not really stressing that much about it. And I feel like overall for Luke, she does have a lot of love and care for him, like as a friend, she really cares about him a lot. um and I feel like inside of her, she's like always that she is gonna stand up and be there for him. And I feel like the same for him as well. I feel like they're really supportive of each other. And they're really supportive for each other as well, okay? But I feel like she does sometimes worry about him. There's some days that she does sit and there's some worries or thoughts that she does have about him. But I feel like, she does wait for him to open up to her for the most part, okay? But yeah, guys, that's the current energy that I'm seeing for Luke and Nicola. Now let's get more into how this year can be for them both. How can this year be regarding their friendship? Let's see, what is this year gonna be looking for Luke and Nicola's friendship? How is this year gonna be looking for them? Okay, I'm just gonna get a few more cards. How is this year gonna be looking for Luke and Nicola? Alright, you guys, so when it comes to Luke and Nicola's bond, I feel like I mentioned this before, but I feel like they both just have like these differences. Like I feel like they both do have different approaches of life, but when they're together there's like this certain balance, like they almost like balance each other out. Like Nicola does have certain things that do balance Luke out, and Luke does have certain approaches of life or the way that he is that does like sort of balance Nicola out. So when it comes to their friendship, they just like balance each other out, especially when they're both open and really close to each other. I feel like they really balance each other out, and there are certain needs that some person has that the other can give almost. So there's definitely like a lot of comfort when it comes to the bond that they share. They definitely like almost like are like comfort people, that they know that if they open to each other, the other person will not judge and instead be there for the other. So they definitely give each other strength, and I feel like they are pretty supportive for the most part. I feel like Luke is really supportive for Nicola's future projects and future things. Like I feel like he really supports her every success, and I feel like Nicola is as well. Though I feel like at times Nicola can be a little bit careful of maybe how their bond can show or anything like this. So I feel like sometimes she does want to be a little bit careful. All right, that's something that I'm picking over here. So when it comes to them this year, I do see, their bond still being good. In fact, if they open up to each other, I do see that their bond can definitely become closer. But also there is going to be a lot of moments where maybe they both can be on different pages as well. So I do see sometimes, they both can be on different pages. But I feel like when they both open up and discuss things together, that they both can reach a mutual understanding. And I feel like if they do this year, they can definitely start to understand each other's opinions more and each other's differences as well, okay? And I'm also getting something interesting, that one of them sometimes feels that the other person is way too good for them. That's like something that I'm also feeling. I feel like one of them can be a really vulnerable and emotional person. So they really know how to open up. They really know how to share things with the other person. But I feel like the other person does feel like that they are not able to open up like the other person is, okay? I'm not sure which one is like that, but let me download the codes. But I feel like one of them can be very vulnerable, and just when they want to open up about how they're feeling and what's going on inside of them, they can open up to the other person. But then there's this other person who's more closed off and more feels like they find it hard to open up. So they admire how the other person just can be just like vulnerable, just like that. All right. So I feel like sometimes one of them can be a bit, that oh, this person is like way too good for me, or say something that I'm hearing in my head, that, oh, this person deserves way better, or this person just deserves way better than me, or is way too good for me. So that's also something that I'm getting inside. That one of them sometimes doubts themselves, and so that's also something that I'm getting over here. All right, but I feel like they both will continue having like this very strong and mutual respect for each other. I feel like definitely respect is very huge when it comes to their bond. And I feel like this year they will definitely grow more understanding, especially if they end up opening up. Because I feel like even now there is one of them that's like feeling something and not really opening it up to the other. But I feel like if they both end up opening, there's going to be chances of them knowing each other even better. All right, so that's upcoming for Luke and Nicola when it comes to their bond this year. Round and round. Flexible. Okay, so I do see that there is going to be situations that do repeat themselves when it comes to Luke and Nicola. I feel like there's going to be some certain things that do occur again. It's like almost like past is like repeating itself, and one of them is going to be upset that like, why is this happening again? So I feel like a past situation is probably most likely going to occur, like it's going to go, like it's like almost like they're running into this cycle again. And so one of them is going to really wonder, why is this happening? Okay, but I feel like it's almost something related, you know, that they need to learn, or something that is like meant to happen here, which I'm feeling like with the Serenity. But I feel like whatever it is, they're gonna learn a lot, because like I said, I feel like there's gonna be times where they both can be on different pages. So it can be probably a situation or a topic that is something from the past that they both can bring up, okay? But whatever it is, I feel like that is just gonna make them know each other more better, probably even get closer or more vulnerable. All right, and something else I'm feeling with flexible here is that when they have these talks, they both are gonna learn a lot about each other. Like one of them is gonna have like this certain point of view, but then when they hear the other person, they're gonna be like, oh, yes, we do have these certain ideas and these certain views, but then they almost like are like flexible, that's different than the idea that they had. But when they open up to each other and discuss things, they both start understanding each other's point of views, and you know, start seeing what the other is seeing as well. So that's something interesting that I'm feeling. Let's see, anything else for Luke and Nicola? Anything about Luke and Nicola this year? Your hard work is paying off. Luck is on your side. Yes, with Serenity as well. I feel like definitely luck is on their side in regarding their bond. I feel like when it comes to their friendship, they really care about their friendship a lot, you guys. I feel like they definitely have connected to each other a lot. And I feel like they definitely want to keep their friendship going on for a while. I feel like they both have connected with each other really different than any other person they have probably even worked with. Like they feel like the connection that they had is definitely so different. All right, and I feel like their hard work is gonna pay off. I feel like they both are definitely gonna do projects this year where their hard work is gonna pay off. And I feel like also maybe they can be like seen together, maybe in like behind the scenes, or certain places like events or stuff like that, even though I feel like when it comes to their bond, they want to keep it private. So I feel like for the most part they don't want to share it, but I feel like there can be these things where they can see in events regarding the show that they have together. Maybe they can be seen in certain BTS or interviews or anything like that, okay? But that's what I'm picking for their bond in the year 2025, okay? I feel like there's going to be some certain challenges at some points, but I feel like maybe history is going to repeat itself almost, is something that I'm hearing. But I feel like they're going to have a chance to understand each other more, definitely, is what I'm feeling. And again, energies change, so this can change as well, but for the time being, this is what I'm picking. I'm just going to take a look for how things can be for them individually as well this year. All right, so let me just see that. Okay, so I'm going to see for Nicola, how are things going to be for Nicola in the year 2025? How are things going to be for Nicola this year? Alright, you guys, so for Nicola, I do see that there's definitely going to be new opportunities for her when it comes to her career. Maybe she can possibly get offered being the lead or doing some sort of big project. I also feel like there can be a project that is offered to her that is very long term that maybe she can take on if she'd want. It can be like a project that goes on for a lot of seasons, or just like a project that is like connected like long term to her as well. So I do see some sort of project happening like that. And I feel like she can be probably more visible in like certain collaborations. Um, or maybe she can be like interviews or guest appearances somewhere. So I feel like Nicola can be like more visible in certain events or stuff like that. And with the Six of Wands, I also seeing her getting more recognition maybe for her works that she has done. So maybe she can get some sort of awards this year as well. So definitely some award that maybe she can win. And I also feel like she does want to do more challenging roles. So maybe she can do a role that challenges her, or something that can show her talent a lot and show a different side of her as well. Alright, now let's see for Luke. What is upcoming for Luke in this year, 2025? What is upcoming possibly for Luke this year? Alright, I definitely do see a project for Luke that maybe he right now is going to be working on, and he's going to continue working on this year, okay? I do feel like definitely sometimes he's going to feel pushed to expand his horizon. So maybe he will try to step out his comfort zone, maybe when it comes to roles that he does. And I feel like he's gonna definitely try to fight some certain things when it comes to his comfort, that maybe he had fears from in the past and held him. So some issues that held him in the past that he's gonna try to overcome this year, okay? And I feel like this year he's gonna definitely, try to comfort a lot of things when it comes to his personal and professional life. He's gonna feel like there is gonna be areas that he will have to make certain adjustments to and break through out of. So it's gonna definitely be big on his personal life and his career life as well. So he will find the need to make certain adjustments, is what I'm feeling here as well. Sometimes he will feel like a lot of certain expectations on him as well. So there's that feeling. And one of the projects that he's gonna be wanting to do maybe will make him feel like he would want to do a role that has like some sort of leadership role, or maybe the role that he's gonna play is sort of like a leader of some sort, or is someone of that quality as well, okay? But I feel like he will definitely he will grow a lot personally and spiritually as well, okay? I feel like definitely he's gonna continue taking a lot of lessons this year as well, okay? But that's what I'm picking, you guys, for Luke and Nicola. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. And energy changes all the time, so I'm just like saying what I'm picking based on the current energies. But I feel like for the time being, they're definitely focusing on their friendship, and their friendship really matters a lot to them. They would want that to continue for years going ahead. They just feel like the bond that they have is like really different. And I'm sorry the energy was a little bit down in some cases, but definitely that's like what I'm picking up right now. So if you guys enjoyed this reading and got some clarity, please let me down know in the comments what you guys think. I would love to hear you guys' feedback, and hopefully see you guys next time. Bye!